welcome on in everybody to the Roadcast, Philadelphia edition. Even though Tiz is back home, but we still have a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
man, I'm not even there with you in person. We make it
Next time,
happen
man.
over here because now I think how I'm gonna go about this is I'm gonna be the interviewer. I'm gonna ask you about your time so far and what you experienced today.
You're like, how do you feel that your name has popped up in the Epstein files? Like, I leave the meeting.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna get you out of Philly real quick and have a conversation back home.
It might be a better conversation for off air. Just to confirm, I have never met Jeffrey Epstein. I need to make that clear. That's not something I need to have confused, even as a joke. But
Good.
dude, I was just like I was going crazy running around my room just now looking for like the camera battery that I usually use for the podcast that plugs into the wall. Because obviously for the press conference, I just put in a normal one because there's no, well, I mean, there's outlets, but I can't really plug in there. And so I do all that and I'm trying to like get the camera hooked up. And the dude, I'm like trying to get it connected to the tripod. And I should have brought my other one, but I didn't even think of that for whatever reason. And I couldn't get like the plug all the way in with like the bottom piece attached to the tripod. So like I was trying for like 10 minutes to just try like every which way to try and get this camera connected. And now I'm ultimately just back to the other camera battery that I was using before. So I'm like that was a useless 10 to 15 minutes, but everything's all good now. We're here. And Philadelphia has been interesting so far to say the least.
All right, so talk to me. You got there yesterday?
Yeah, did I tell you I got there like 3 hours late, bro?
Nah, you didn't.
Oh my God. All right, good thing I saved this then because dude, like yesterday was a nightmare. My Uber gets to my house like way later than expected. So I'm already cutting it close to like the time that the Greyhound's gonna be leaving from Newark. And then he's like he's a nice guy, but like he just would not stop talking. And you kind of get it. Like when you're bracing yourself for like a decent drive, you kind of like just want to lock in a little bit. And this guy, man, I mean, he was nice, but
That's what you
that
bring.
was
So you bring what you're wearing what you're wearing right now. Those headphones. You just put them on and
yeah, I should have, but I don't know. I should honestly select the option on Uber that says like I'd rather not talk, but whatever. It usually they don't, but anyway. So we
they know you
leave.
have a podcast.
Yeah, we were talking a lot about that actually. When I said I was going on this trip alone, dude, he was throwing some shade your way. You want to hear about that? I just remembered that. I was telling him how I was going alone, and for the reason why I am, like obviously I'd rather, you come with me to Connecticut whenever BKFC goes there again. And like I was telling him kind of the logic behind that. And he's like, you have to make sure he's doing his part or else you got to cut him loose. He goes, you can't really work with friends. And I was like, yeah, I know. I mean, he's a total piece of shit. I hate him too. And I'm like, I'm just thinking of firing him anytime soon. That's actually why we're at on the podcast right now. Tiz is getting fired live on the Herd Handbook. You're laughing, but I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know what? Say I won't hang up the call right now. That's the video.
That would be something. That would be like a WWE level bit. People would be wondering, like, are these guys for real? Like, is this it? But anyway, but I get to Newark and I get on the bus like pretty much right on time. The guy was cool, the bus driver, and we're like 20 minutes into the drive and we pull over to a rest stop. We had like a fuel leak, bunch of fluids come out. Bro, I was sitting at a rest stop in Woodbridge, New Jersey for like 3 hours. And I was supposed to get here at 4 p.m. and I got here like a little after 7. And by the time I got here, dude, I was just like gassed, I mean, that's kind of crazy because I was sitting on a bus. I don't mean like physically gassed, but like mentally, I was like, oh my God, like just so impatient. But, and then like, tell me if you agree with this. Like, when you're in a type of situation where you have to be patient and like there's nothing anyone could do, like the people who constantly like bitch and moan, have to be the most annoying people on this planet because it's like it's not the bus driver's fault. Not that they were like really shitting on him, but like they were kind of shitting on Greyhound in general. Like this one person on the bus was like, "Oh, like they wait and wait and wait, and like that's all we're doing." And I'm like, "Yeah, and that's all we're gonna be doing, no matter whether you open your mouth or not." Like so, I just can't stand when people like complain about that because that just makes the wait feel longer. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah, for
It's like a pet peeve of mine because it's like nothing can be done. They're calling another bus to get to us. The ETA at a certain point was like unknown. And like the constant complaining, I'm like, we're gonna have to wait here anyway. So like you might as well stop talking. But that was like, and it was funny too because some of the people on my bus they had like that hardcore Philly accent, and like I've been trying to develop a Philadelphia accent imitation because like it's fun to me. It's like it's underrated because like people make fun of our accent, even though I feel like me and you we don't have like bad Jersey slash New York accents. Maybe we do, but I don't know. It's not the stereotype at least. But
have it
then
at we
like
don't have it at all.
yeah, so I hear it in like some words like talk and coffee, but like in general, we don't talk like this, you know? But
Yeah.
I like the Philly accent is very underrated to me because like and I'm trying to nail it. So like the way that they say their A's is kind of funny, like, and they say dude a lot, which I've been trying to like work that in more seamlessly. But like the person on the bus, like she's oh my God, like she's complaining. She's like, we've been waiting here for like an hour, dude. Like I'm like, oh my God, stop. Like this is so annoying. And it's funny being here too, and especially around BKFC, there's a lot of fighters on this card who are from Philly. So if any of them see this, I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked on Saturday for imitating them. But like that Philly accent, man, I'm trying to nail it. You know what's funny too? Like I was thinking about this because I'm thinking of going to the Rocky statue tomorrow because I have a lot of time. And I said to myself, Rocky does not have like a pure Philly accent. Like, no, there's nobody in Philadelphia who talks like this. They all talk like this, dude. So it's like, how funny would Rocky have been if Rocky had like a hardcore Philly accent? He's like, I'm gonna get in there versus Apollo Creed, dude, and I'm gonna knock him out inside the first round. Hey, I'm getting it there. I'm getting it there. Um,
You
but yeah,
better
I
not
don't know.
come.
That was a
You
rant there.
better,
I'm curious what you think.
you better not come back with a full-fledged Philadelphia accent.
The next fight recap, I'm just gonna be exclusively Philadelphia accent.
I'll strangle you.
I don't even think I could do that. Like it's so tough because the words like it's similar to ours, but not really. Like there's some words where it sounds exactly the same, but then there's other ones like dude, bad. Like their A's, man. They have a funny way of like pronouncing their A's. Like the Flyers this year, dude, real bad. And like I don't, I'm
How
probably
many, how
making a
many,
lot of
how
enemies.
many, how many hometown fighters are on this card? Is two of them?
No, there's more than that, I think. Because there's Johnny Garb, Pat Brady, uh, Pat Sullivan. I want to say there's another one. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting one? I might be. Apologies if I am. But yeah, man,
Hmm.
Knucklemania, that's
Well,
gonna be crazy.
maybe if they clean sweep, then you can come back with the accent.
I might have to do it in honor of them. It'd be pretty funny. And I'm still like holding out hope that Pat Brady's gonna walk out with Shane Gillis. I'm praying as a dog myself. But yeah, it's been nice so far. Like I said, I got here super late, but because of that, I just got like a couple of things done that I was gonna have to do anyway this weekend, and then I just walked straight down to the hotel lobby bar. By the way, this hotel phenomenal. I get inside. Actually, I didn't walk that right down to the bar. I did my stuff that I needed to do. Like I made like the template for the Zach Pauga interview that's gonna be coming up and a couple of other things to get ahead of this weekend. And then I took a shower, and like the bathroom is one of those ones that has like the Bluetooth speakers that's like surround sound. You like tap the mirror. And so like I had brought my speaker thinking that I was gonna like listen to music a decent amount since I'm here by myself. And then all of a sudden, like I'm like, why is there a Bluetooth logo on the mirror? And I clicked that and I was like, I was so hyped, dude. I was taking a shower. I had like Travis Scott, Jeff Buckley, Pink Floyd, just surround sound. It was beautiful, man. I loved it. And hotel bar was cool too. The bartender was a nice dude. I'm trying to get him into BKFC. He's like, if they're he's like, if they're getting Yek Center, dude. Well, his wasn't that bad. He did have a Philly accent, but his wasn't that bad. But he was like, if they're getting the Xfinity Center, that's a big deal. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I mean, all the big teams play there. So Knucklemania, I mean, that's gonna be crazy. But then I was watching the Knicks game because I that was a blessing. I got here right on time for the Knicks game, so I was watching the second half of that downstairs at the bar and just talking to the guy about like MMA and basketball and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this is a cool city. Last night was fun. Tonight's been fun. Or well, because we're recording this on Thursday, it'll probably come out Friday. Um, but yeah, man, like I might go to a Flyers
Next
game
time,
later. Who knows,
next time they'll have to get Lincoln Financial. That's how you know
dude?
they've really made it.
Oh, that
There
would be
was a
so crazy.
WrestleMania 2 years ago for WWE that I went to with my cousin and just got rowdy over there.
So how was like the view of the ring, or were you kind of just watching the jumbotron the whole time?
Yeah, I was pretty high up, so the ring was kind of small, into
Gotcha.
comparison where you'd get if you were more floor level, but
Yeah. Well, because I
it's
was gonna
still,
ask. Sorry, you can keep going.
no, I was just saying it could still feel how, you can still feel the crowd energy throughout the whole entire place. And just, just being in the football field, uh, there's just more things you can do with the venue, obviously. So just outside of it, like on the concourse and stuff, and just like even before the event starts and everything you can do. So that may be a few years from now from BKFC, who knows? But that would
It
be
could be cool. They're
huge.
on pace to break the record that they had last year for the biggest combat sports event at Xfinity Center, formerly Wells Fargo. So who knows? I mean, in a few years where it could be. But like, so when you were watching the WWE, did you hear any Philly fans there with the classic accent? Like, dude, Roman Reigns is about to beat John Cena, dude. This is gonna be like a tick for me. I hope you know that in the future. And it's gonna be weird for people who are watching the podcast who haven't seen this episode of the Roadcast. Because like if I just start breaking off into a Philly accent rant on the actual MMA show, some people are probably gonna be
His
confused.
will take his bare hands and get you to stop,
Shit, you probably should, honestly. That would not be a good habit
snap you
to
out
pick
of
up.
it.
It's such a funny accent. Like I swear I was laughing so hard just by myself yesterday, imagining like Rocky Balboa with that hardcore Philly accent because it would be so much more entertaining.
So
Um,
today was your first full day over
yeah.
there. Obviously, it's not your first time in Philadelphia, but depending on where you're staying, because of where the event is and where the press conference was held today, did did you discover anything today as you were walking around and just being in
Um,
the city?
I mean, today I didn't have as much time. So like tomorrow is probably when I'm going to be exploring the most, and who knows if there'll be any funny stories that come out of that. But I mean, already just in the day and a half that I've been here, it's not even day and a half. Been here less than a day, technically. It's only 6 o'clock really when we're recording this. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've really mainly just checked out a couple of food spots. I got breakfast this morning at this place called Bill's that's like right around the corner. They have like good cheesesteaks and stuff like that too, but I just needed breakfast. So I got some nice food from there. Uh, but really that's about it. So like my hotel though, this is kind of cool. It's like right by City Hall. So like right when I walk out of the door and I turn my head to the right, I think I posted a picture on Snapchat actually. Well, not that any of you guys are gonna see that, but maybe you're friends with me on Snap, so you'll see it. But like it's just beautiful. Like the buildings that are right around the hotel just look so nice. So like I've kind of walking around a little bit this morning, but to be honest with you, I got hyped after the Knicks won last night, and so I stayed down at the hotel bar a little longer than expected and made a good night out of that, to say the least. And I had a bit too much to drink. I woke up this morning not feeling too hot. Wasn't like super hungover, but like I knew there wasn't going to be much exploration getting done before I had to leave for the press conference because I had to leave at like maybe quarter to one. So like I got up at like 9. So at that point I was just like, let me just get breakfast and do the research that I need to do. And yeah, but tomorrow will be the day where I'm like trying to explore a lot more of Philly. Like probably gonna see the Rocky statue, maybe run up the steps. Um, but I don't even know. Like, there's Reading Terminal Market that's like a couple of blocks away from my hotel. I might see what's happening there. I've heard there's some nice food spots. I was thinking of checking out a couple of the cannoli spots that Johnny Garbarino was telling me about. Dude, I'm pissed. I should have gotten one today at the press conference. He was handing out like a bunch of cannolis from Termini's, but like it was right as the big brawl was kind of like settling
Should
with
have
Kane
should have got him
Tomlinson.
to just to chuck one at you, like
Dude, you
he
know what's
did to
funny? One of
Tomlinson.
one of the media guys was thinking of getting cannoli slapped by Johnny Garb, and then he kind of decided against it because he thought about it. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be one thing if like me or you was slapping someone with a cannoli, but like Johnny Garb, he hits pretty hard. So it's like I feel like if you get hit like that, that's like power slap level. Maybe that's what they got to do to stop the CT and power slap. Put cannolis on their hands instead of chalk. Tastes a lot better if you get knocked out.
All
But I'm
right,
definitely gonna check out some spots.
so you get to the press conference, and at least from my memory, there's a separate side entrance for the media. Well, this is
Well, this
for
one
when.
wasn't. It was in a casino this time. So this time I just had to go through the front and check in. It was in like a back area, like sports and social club. And they set up like the podium. They had like chairs on both sides. There's a big bar behind everything too. Um, it was pretty good. I mean, the press conference was exciting. So I definitely enjoyed that side of it. I got to meet Charles Bennett, felony Charles Bennett, better known probably to most OG MMA fans as Crazy Horse, fought in Pride, God knows how many other classic promotions. Um, and like he was really cool. I didn't know what to expect going up to him because like he's a bit of like a wild man in MMA, which is kind of saying something because there's a lot of wild characters in MMA, but I didn't know what to think going up to him, but he was actually really cool. I talked to him for like a minute and got a quick photo with him too. So that was nice to meet like a legit OG of the sport. I've been talking to a lot of OGs lately, man. Eddie Alvarez a couple of weeks ago, I got to ask Andrei Arlovsky the question today. Even Ben Rothwell, he's been around for a long time too. And then Crazy Horse has been around longer than all of them, man. I mean, he's a legit legend of the fight game. So, um, but yeah, it was interesting this time. But I was gonna say something else about it. I don't know what, but maybe it'll come to me. But it was a good time though.
So, all right, you tell me what was your some of your favorite parts about it? What was different about this press conference to the Newark press conference, and just your reaction to some of the fighter responses, maybe some of what Dave Feldman was saying, and obviously the face-off between Johnny Garbarino and Kane Tomlinson.
Well, they almost fought even before that. Like when they were so like
I
I'll
didn't
say
see
this.
that. I didn't see that one. I saw the face-off one.
That one was bad. I swear to God, I didn't get a video of that because that's when I was talking to Charles Bennett, which is kind of funny. Like I was in the middle of conversation with him and we were both like, oh man. Um, but like I'll say this, the one in Newark was probably a little bit easier, at least from like a media side of it, because it was a little more organized because it was like an actual lounge versus like a public kind of spot. Um, and this one was just chaotic anyway, because like there were so many Philly fans there. And obviously Kane Tomlinson at this point, I mean, he's a giant heel to the whole Philadelphia audience. He's knocked out Pat Sullivan, who's friends with Johnny Garb, and like that's what caused them to really fight the first time that they fought at the other press conference, like at the end of last year. And then this time, when they're having their first like discussions, I guess, if you want to put it like that. Johnny Garb got up and was like going to throw a cannoli at him, but said he didn't because he didn't want to mess up Dave Mundell's cowboy hat, which I respect. Um, but and it's crazy. I'll say this. I love BKFC and I love like I've loved working with them in the couple of times that we've been able to now. But like one thing that I kind of wish they'd change is that before the media gets to ask questions, they have like their MC ask each fighter a question. And like that's not a bad thing. I don't mind that. I get that they want to put certain topics across, but it's like you could do that at the end because the problem is sometimes like, I'll have a bunch of questions in my head and then the MC asks like 80% of them. And I'm like, well, yeah, like I don't know about other people, but I like meticulously prepare like for every scenario. So like I have questions upon questions upon questions. So like I'll never run out. But it's like there's other people though who go in with like a set, idea and then like they kind of get screwed over because the fighter gets asked that question. Like I was going to ask Pat Brady about Shane Gillis walking out with him. Is that like was that confirmed? And then the MC asked him that, and I was like, well, because the thing is like they wanted us to ask as many questions as possible, but then it's like, well, you just like they just took three or four of mine. So it's like I could have asked a bunch of questions, but it's like instead I kind of just settled with the best one. And I liked what I asked. I got a good response out of both of them, Andrei Arlovsky and Ben Rothwell. But like, I don't know. I wish they'd kind of change that, but it is what it is. I mean, they're still great to deal with, like at least on the media side. Everybody who I've interacted with has always been like really professional and like I just enjoy their company, I guess. And then ran into a couple of people actually from Newark from the last time we covered BKFC, so that was kind of cool. Oh, dude, you'll find this great. Actually, I don't know if I should say this on air, but you'll know what I mean. So you know how like when people ask us where we're from, like we usually just we don't say the town because we live in like a really small town and nobody really knows it. So I was talking to one of the people I met the last time, and they're actually like maybe 20 minutes away from us, and it was the first time I've ever talked to somebody outside of New Jersey who knew. Actually, no, that's not true. In Boston there was one, but in terms of media, there was they actually knew the town that we live in, which is crazy, and they knew where the town where we went to high school, which is even crazier. Like it's already crazy that they know our town, but then it's even crazier that they know like the town right next to us too, because they're both like you're in and you're out. That's kind of why I don't want to say it on air because it's like it's easy to find us in a small town, and we we probably make enough enemies with our fight talk. I still think Islam Makhachev's whole crew is probably out to get us. We're gonna have a bunch of Dagestanis outside of my house. That'd be a big problem. Big problem. But it was good though. The press conference was good, man.
Yeah.
I
Well,
how's it oh sorry.
and well, yeah, those BKFC press conferences, I feel like have a tendency to just all hell will just break loose. I mean, especially today because I just think naturally, just this the sport itself being bare knuckle and these guys are. I think the stakes are even just that much higher because whether or not you're like Andrei Arlovsky or Ben Rothwell and you had a career in UFC, that might have not been as great or you know uh, as high level as you might have wanted it to be, or you're somebody who's just breaking into the fight scene. You come into this promotion, this organization, and it's really gonna weed out who is the toughest and who is just better off, probably in just another organization or just doing something else entirely. So I think with in these press conferences, you know, not don't you don't have to try to deliberately try to get a rise out of these fighters, but hey, you can go in with these questions because I was seeing these local South Philly fans on this press
Dude.
conference, and they don't fucking hold back whatsoever, dude. Like
There
it's
was this one guy, bro, I thought Kane Thomason was gonna come down and fight him. Like he was wearing a Johnny Cannoli shirt, so obviously we know he was a fan of, and and he had the exact accent that I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, but it was Kane Thomason was calling him fat man. I was like, he goes, "You got these fat dudes coming talking to me," and I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. He had this one guy.
Well,
There's
what
these,
and there was I mean there was another guy coming coming at Kane Tomlinson
dude. They had a lot
because
of people coming at
he's a
Kane.
native. Yeah, he's a native, so he's on Johnny Garp's side, obviously. And then supposedly it, Kane Tomlinson Sr. just asked
Yeah.
the question right
Oh, that
after.
was real, man. That was real. That was actually the senior of the two.
I mean, like that was insane.
I was cracking up at one point. There is this one like short lady who walks up there and she says, I don't know if you saw this, but she says to Kane Tomlinson, she's like, Kane, everybody here has been really mean to you, so I'm gonna be real nice. And then she just yells something about how Johnny's gonna knock him out cold.
Yeah,
And she's just talking shit
yes.
all the way out like of the area pretty much. And like dude, it was, I mean, the crowd there was kind of wild with some of the things that like were coming up. There was one guy, I don't know if you saw this, he asked two of the female fighters if they were gonna have a rematch, a knuckle rematch, a different kind of bare knuckle rematch on OnlyFans. And I was like, bro, crazy. And that's the guy who actually asked a question right before me, which is like, of course, like, how do I follow that? I love, dude, combat
Most
sports media.
outlandish shit. Yeah.
Like, why don't I just cover the Yankees or like something normal? Like, what got me into this, man? Like, only in combat sports can you go to a press conference and somebody's gonna ask some crazy shit like that. But I
Well,
love it.
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
take it any other way.
legitimately, because like I said, I think no, I don't think. Well, unless there's someone that truly doesn't deserve to be there, and they're gonna say something like awful about the fighter themselves or their family or something like that, or even threatening the fighter themselves. But these guys, what you can say, words can only hurt them so much when they're gonna go into a squared circle and literally put their bare fist to another person's face and get hit back with a bare fist. So,
I mean, they're intense, man. It's an intense promotion. And
yeah,
like when you think about it,
they're
like Johnny Garb and Kane Tomlinson have fought like three times already, and they haven't even fought officially, which is wild. Like the fight's on Saturday, and they've already had three unsanctioned bouts. So it's crazy. I got like one good video of them getting separated after the fact. I put that on our Instagram. Um, at the Herd Handbook for anybody who's not following us. But it was chaotic. But I love BKFC, man. It doesn't seem it because they have like such big events, but like they're a very small promotion. Like everybody, like I've worked with the same like 4 to 5 people. It's a small team for such a big organization, but they do a really good job, man. They put on a hell of a show. I mean, today it was a bit tougher like logistically just because of the venue, so it was like a little bit unorganized at times, but like besides that, when you're talking about the press conference itself, I mean, it delivered. I'm even more hyped for the fights than I was before.
yeah, so tomorrow is the weigh-ins. Saturday it's fight day, obviously. What are you looking forward to the most the rest of your
Fight
time
day.
there?
I love fight day. And like it's because it's the easiest part
On
for
fight
one.
day, on fight day, what do you want?
Oh,
What do you
what
hope?
fight am I looking for? It's funny. Someone asked me that earlier actually, and I had like three answers, but I'm gonna go with the co-main event. I'm excited for Lorenzo Hunt versus Dave the Redneck Mundell. And like I'll say this, I was very disappointed when Yoel Romero pulled out of the card, and it seemed like Dave Feldman was pretty disappointed too, actually talking about it at the press conference because I don't know if you saw, Yoel pulled out because of an illness, and then he just booked a fight in like March for bare knuckle, just not in BKFC. So I think that kind of rubbed them the wrong way. But anyway, back to my point the so I was kind of like disappointed when Yoel pulled out against Lorenzo Hunt, but like for them to put the redneck Dave Mundell in there, I mean, this is quite literally pound for pound number one versus number two for BKFC. And it's like how can you not be excited about that? Like they're both dogs. Dave Mundell's on an 8 fight win streak, and like he's not the type of guy who's talking a lot. He prefers to, sell the fight in the ring with his fists. And Lorenzo Hunt, I mean, he's been talking a lot of crap about Mundell, man. So it's the build up for this one has been fun and it feels bigger. Like, I don't know, like the fight with Yoel was big, but in terms of like BKFC royalty, I'm so happy that we're getting this fight. And I can't wait to see how it goes, man. But like even besides that, I mean, I've seen Johnny Garb and Kane Tomlinson fight multiple times already, but I can't wait to see them fight in the ring when it's sanctioned. Um, Main event should be interesting. I mean, Ben Rothwell's lost twice to Arlovsky in MMA, and now he fights him in bare knuckle. So like that should be really interesting. I wonder what I mean, who knows? The heavyweight championship for that. Pat Sullivan versus Charles Bennett, that should be really fun. Bonner versus Soto. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I'm telling like every fight. This, and I'm not even saying this because I'm here. Like I really feel this way. It's stacked from start to finish. And you know this because you went the last time. The fights are always exciting no matter what. But in terms of like competition and like the names that are on this card, I'm so excited for this one. And did you hear it's actually going to be free on YouTube?
Hmm.
So for anybody
Nice.
out there who wants to check out some BKFC, it's actually going to be pretty accessible this time. And this is a type of card that you're not going to want to miss. But it's been real chatting with you, Tiz. I guess before we go, how's it been going back home?
No, no,
I saw you
every
were at a Muay
man,
Thai the other
it's
day,
it's all.
actually.
Oh yeah, I was actually. Yeah, I did do a Muay Thai class, my first proper Muay Thai class ever, and it was the hardest workout I've ever done.
I've
The
been to that
hardest
place.
workout
It's
for them. Oh,
years
you've
and
been
years
to
ago. Yeah, it
you've
was
been
like
there, okay.
probably like high school. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Long
I
time ago.
mean, it's a place I'm hoping to go there to spar more or less. Um,
Just
and
don't
then
knock anybody out. Muay Thai
before,
fighters, you spar light, drill
yeah,
heavy. So
yeah,
keep that in mind.
yeah, it was yeah, it showed me that yeah, I was kind of put into perspective how out of shape I am getting right now. So it was
It's
good to
it's tough, man. I
uh,
remember like, oh, dude, yeah, it's a tough workout. I love it though because like the drilling is like really the part that gets you tired. Like it's so fast paced. And like if you're not ready for that, man, it's crazy. I agree with you. But that's a good spot that you're going to. So I mean, I hope you enjoy it if you keep going. But listen, man, I'm probably gonna take a shower real quick because we're cutting it close to this Flyers game that I might go to. Still, there's like so many tickets for like $40, so it's like I'm not even in that big of a rush to get there, but I do kind of want to go. I've never been to an NHL game, man. I don't know if you have, but
no,
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm open to anything. It's kind of like the NFL a few years ago. Like I'm not a fan of anybody, so if I can go to a Flyers game and have some fun, I'm a Flyers fan. So I'm rooting for them if I go today. So, but yeah, man, it's
all
it's been
right,
a fun
man.
trip so far. But I'll see you when I get back, brother. Fun road cast
Yeah,
this was.
yeah,
Peace
see
out,
ya.
everybody.
Feel just like a superstar. Doing all these drugs, I don't think I'm gonna see tomorrow. Living fast, brand new dash up in a foreign car. It's the type of shit that you be doing when you going hard.